Hey man, what the do y'all know about sports?
You are now listening to the Best Damn Sports Podcast. Period. Welcome back, everyone, to the What Do Women Know About Sports Podcast. I am Bree Nicole.
And I'm Vicky D.
We back.
Yeah.
It's a new week.
Another week, yeah. A lot has been going on.
Yeah, it's pretty hot.
Oh, outside, yeah.
Yeah, St. Louis got to get this together. We went from...
Well, it is the summertime, so, you know.
But we went from extra rain to now it's extra hot.
Well, I mean, what you want?
You know, my birthday's in January, so it's not my thing, no way. This is not my thing.
Right.
Yeah. But, as you just said, it's been a lot happening in the world of sports. Some good things.
Yeah.
Some pretty exciting things, actually. What am I doing? Look at this. It's like one is sticking straight up. Okay. It's hard looking to a camera because you think like, hey, okay. All right, there we go. Sorry. But yeah, it's been a lot going on in the world of sports.
Yeah. So you want to just go ahead and go? So we got,
Yeah. Just hop right into this.
All right, let's go. So we got sport shorts again.
I like it.
Yeah, you like sport shorts?
I like sport shorts.
No,
it's interesting.
So, LeBron becomes the first active NBA player to earn $1 billion.
Shout out to him.
So yeah,
I don't even know what that looks like.
I don't think we'll ever know what that looks like.
But congratulations to him on that. Like, listen, yeah, I know how we feel about LeBron on the court, but off the court, he's an amazing player. He works hard, so I feel like it's.
I mean, between you know, the NBA contracts and endorsements, you know, movies now.
Yeah, so it's well deserved. It's well earned and well deserved.
Yeah, and I see people like say like, oh, I thought Michael Jordan was first. Active player.
Yeah, he's the first active.
I'm sure it's still playing.
I'm sure it's been plenty of players who may have in their day.
And not just basketball, like other sports, like
other
Tiger
sports,
Woods,
like when they're active with them playing and that salary and like you said, endorsements, sponsorships,
right?
Like other things. I'm sure like it's plenty of them like who are if they didn't get to $1 billion, they were fairly close. So, but congrats to him. Speaking of LeBron James, I did watch.
Well, we'll get to that later. Yeah, that's a whole little segment on its own. We'll get to that later.
At the bottom?
No, that's his own little segment. Yeah, I got some stuff to discuss.
Oh, excuse me.
Okay, next up we got Coco Gauff.
Yeah, the tennis player.
So she tested positive for COVID, so she will be missing out on the Olympics, which actually started today.
Today was the opening ceremony.
Opening ceremony, yes, started today.
Which is so weird. The opening ceremonies, they came on this morning our time, but it was like 9 p.m. in Tokyo. So if you missed it this morning, it's going to re-air tonight at 6:30.
Okay. On what? NBC?
On Channel 5. Yeah.
Okay.
It's going to be on NBC Channel 5. So.
Okay.
Which is, I get it, but I was like, this isn't the right time for this. But I had to realize
time zone.
It's a different time zone. Yeah. It's crazy.
Yeah. Speaking of that, Sue Bird, she held the torch for us, didn't she?
So Sue Bird, she is a WNBA legend. She is going for her 7th straight Olympic gold medal in basketball, and the other person was Eddie Alvarez. He is competing. Eddie competes in the winter and summer Olympics. He's playing with the baseball team. They were elected to be the flag bearers, which was pretty cool.
Flag bearer, yeah.
Yeah, I feel like flag bearers, like for every country, it's an honor to be elected, especially by your other peers.
Right.
It's not just the ones in your respective sport. It's from all of the people like who are participating as part of your country. They all have to vote on you. And so those two were elected. And Dawn Staley spoke on Sue Bird because Dawn Staley was a flag bearer, I believe, in her last Olympics, which was in 2004 when they went to Athens. And she was like it was, and what she said in short was that nobody was more deserving than Sue.
Mm-hmm.
So hey, shout out to Sue Bird and Eddie Alvarez. I saw the live feed. Like his mom was crying. So people's families are not allowed in Tokyo. So like his mom and dad, and then her mom and her boyfriend, they were watching from like their respective homes.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's a good feeling.
Okay.
I like the outfits they had on.
Ralph Lauren,
from head to toe.
looking suits.
Hey, Ralph Lauren from head to toe. So I guess Ralph Lauren must have been the official sponsor as far as the clothes, like for the opening and closing ceremonies. It's Ralph Lauren.
Yeah, they're all right.
I like the blazers. It was nice. It was nice. Wasn't bad.
All right. So it's looking like Bradley Beal is at the top of the Warriors wish list if he ever decides to leave Washington.
If he ever.
Yeah, right.
If he ever. I don't know. I think this is just me. I think with this past season being the first season with him and Westbrook, and so it wasn't as cohesive as they would have liked, they may want to give it another go round. So I think that's probably the plan. But if not, Bradley Beal, and I say this about a lot of players, you need to leave and find a team who is a contender if your goal is to win a championship.
Especially how long he's been there.
Exactly. Like, especially how long, like, he's been in Washington and they only get to a certain point and then they can never get past that point. If your goal is to one day even contend for a championship, you need to find a different company of people.
Shoot, join the Lakers like everybody else wants to. And speaking of that, Kyle Lowry and DeMarcus, what's the name? But yeah, they want to go to the Lakers. I'm just like,
Kyle Lowry, he plays for the Toronto
Raptors,
and who else?
DeMar
DeRozan.
Mm-hmm. So they
now didn't y'all both play with Kawhi in Toronto?
No,
but DeMar didn't.
I know Kyle Lowry did. Yeah.
Right. They actually traded DeMar for Kawhi. So yeah. So they both want to go to the Lakers. So y'all at this, I get it. If you've been,
I can see them trading Kuzma and
a few people. I can see LeBron right now in the office. All right, let's make this happen. Let's switch out some people. It's like it's a game of chess. This is not checkers, but it is chess. I get it though. If you've been in the league for so many years, like with a particular team, and the goal for any player is to win a championship in most of their minds. And so, like, if you just have yet to get there, I can see you wanting to go to a place like, oh, this is a legit contender. I have a legit shot of getting the ultimate goal with this particular team. So, hey, make that noise. I'm not too against it.
All right, and then last but not least, so I don't know if you heard today, but the Cleveland baseball team, they did change their name from Cleveland Indians to Cleveland Guardians. Yeah, they had a whole video announcement. Tom Hanks narrated it and everything.
Oh, fancy Tom Hanks. Okay.
Yeah. So, to be less offensive, because the Washington Redskin, they changed their name to Washington Football, whatever. Or whatever it was.
It's crazy, but I get it. It's offensive to like certain people, so you make those changes.
Yes, I'm gonna be.
I don't like the name, but
actually, Cleveland Guardians sound pretty dope. I ain't gonna lie.
It's giving gargoyle.
What?
Yeah, that's what I'm.
It's giving Guardians of the Galaxy. Like I heard people like.
It's giving that.
Say that, and then they're like, they should have Groot be the mascot.
It's giving that movie was it Angels in the Outfield. That's what it's giving. It's giving that movie Angels in the Outfield. It's very much giving that. I'm sorry. Just the name, not the team. Just the name itself. It's giving.
So that's what they came up with. I don't know. It sound dope to me. So
hey, whatever works for Cleveland. I don't have to live there. Whatever works for Cleveland.
Yeah. So that's it for Short Sports.
Short Sports.
Now, let's get to Space Jam, okay? Okay.
So when did you watch it?
Huh?
So when did you watch it? So it came out last Friday in theaters and on HBO Max.
Mm-hmm. So when did you watch it? I watched it that Saturday.
Okay, I watched it. Saturday. I didn't watch it Saturday. I watched it Sunday. Yeah, I watched it Sunday.
Okay.
So like we said last week, you have to watch it with the eye of this being 2021. This is not the same as it's supposed to be the updated version of the original Space Jam. So you
Right.
have to watch it with that particular eye view. Like you can't watch it and thinking like it's gonna be exactly like or close like to the one featuring Michael Jordan. It wasn't bad. I probably will never watch it again. That's just me being honest. I did watch it. I didn't think it was like legit horrible, but it was certain things where I was like, why is this in here? Like, if you haven't seen it, this is going to be a spoiler for you. Sorry.
I mean, it's been a week. I should have saw it already.
Yeah. If you haven't seen it, especially like on HBO Max, sorry, these are spoilers. I didn't particularly care for Don Cheadle's character.
That's the only character I really liked in that movie.
I did not. I thought...
You thought it was cheesy?
I did.
I could see that.
I did not like his character. I did like Pete.
Who?
Like the little thing he used to have with him that was floating around.
Oh,
yeah. Really? I didn't like his character. I like LeBron's son's character. I like that.
Okay.
The people who were like the NBA players in this movie.
Right.
Like some of their like monster characters when they went to Looney like the Toonville, they could have gave them better.
Like opposed to the first one, like they were utilized more.
Yeah.
In the first one.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if we could really compare, but I'm just saying, like in the first one, we saw a lot more of them in the movie.
It's like you saw a lot more of like. Cause here's the thing, I watched the original last.
After you,
I went back to watch the original on yesterday, actually on Thursday, and I was just like, oh, granted, like Michael Jordan is not an actor, neither is LeBron James, and neither are the other NBA and WNBA players like who were in like both movies. These are not actors, but. For some, I still, and it could be nostalgia, but I still prefer the original.
Yeah. And
granted, this one was called like Space Jam: A New Legacy. It's not horrible. It's just I won't think I'm gonna watch it again.
I'm not gonna watch it again. Not with no like if a kid was like, oh, let's watch Space Jam. Nope. Not watching it.
And I get what you're saying too. Like in the original, like the other NBA players. Were used a little bit more. Like I was watching, I was like, oh, like when we see Charles Barkley a lot, I'm seeing Muggsy a lot. I'm seeing like was it Patrick Ewing? Like you saw them a whole lot more in that movie. It wasn't just like I'm solely focused on Michael. Like he gave them a spotlight as well. Whereas in this one, we in the new one, it was a small clip of the son. Like I'm getting plays and power moves like from the original players, and then you see them as cartoons, and then you never see them again. So it was a little bit different. Mm-hmm. I did like some of the effects.
Yeah, I mean the budget was like 160 million.
Yeah, I like the storyline of how the son was trying to like live out his own dream.
Now in the first one, it was more about like as far as storyline goes, it was more about Michael. And this one, it was more like family, like oriented. There was a message in there. I'm not sure about the first one. I don't know if there was a message in that one, but in the second one, there was a message in it, which I liked. It was cute, Yeah,
it was. It was more so about like I want to do what I want to do, and not what you want me to do, just because like you think this is what I want to do. And then at the end,
he liked both. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, which is fine. The first one, it wasn't centered around like Michael's kids at all.
No, that's what I'm saying. It was just all about him.
It was about him. His one son was. So in the first one, Michael at the time was during his time when he went back, when he was not playing basketball, he was playing baseball. His one son in the movie was also playing like little league baseball. So it really wasn't about the kids. Like his kids, like the kids in the original one, they were in like select scenes. In this one, we saw Michael's family. LeBron's like a movie family in different scenes, especially when they went to like play the big game in Toon. Listen, if you haven't seen it, please go watch it. It was not great if horrible. It's just not something that I'm going to watch again. Yeah, but you have to, please, you have to watch it with the eye of, this is not going to be like Michael Jordan Space Jam. It is not.
Yeah.
And to me, also, it wasn't any memorable music.
Oh, you talking about the soundtrack?
Yeah.
Ah,
Like,
and I will say the funny part, the only part that was funny in the movie was like they was thinking they was introducing Michael Jordan, but it was really Michael B. Jordan.
Yeah.
That was hilarious.
and the characters were so, like, amped to like, seem like,
that was funny.
it was just, it wasn't horrible. It's just, if you are biased to things not always needing a sequel, this is probably one of those times.
I mean, this would be cool for like the kids at
This era.
right? But like you said, I'm partial to the first one, obviously for obvious reasons.
For obvious reasons,
You know?
it had a way better soundtrack. Like, like it doesn't even matter what you think about R. Kelly, but I Believe I Can Fly is top tier. Okay, I Believe I Can Fly is a top tier song. They played at everybody's graduation when we were younger, so it was a hey. I just like this one better.
You like the first one better?
Yeah, I like the first one better.
Mm-hmm.
Cause I went back. I legit went back to watch it yesterday. It's on Hulu.
Right. Yeah, I peeped it. Yeah. I mean,
so I had this debate.
either way, people gonna watch it. People gonna talk about it. He gonna make that money. So
He's making money off
At
of
the end of
it.
the day,
I don't
y'all,
think
we
he
all
cared.
watched it. If y'all some haters, y'all still watched it. At the
Yeah, I
end of the
watched
day.
it just to watch it. Like, I wasn't trying to like critique it. I just watched it because like, oh, okay, I'm going to check it out.
Yeah, I mean, but I'm just saying at the end, I know it's for the kids, but at the end of the day, the movie's horrible. I'm sorry. I don't care what
See,
y'all
I'm not
say.
even going
It
that
was-
far.
I will. It was horrible. And I like the Don Cheadle character. You
I
tripping.
did not. I thought it
He
was
killed that.
Yeah,
It's Don Cheadle.
I prefer him as War Machine. Sorry, it just wasn't my cup of tea. I didn't like that character. It just, the whole time I was watching, I was like, oh wow, he's a bit aggressive, isn't he?
Well, he's supposed to be a villain, duh.
Yeah, I didn't care for him as his villain wasn't the villain I was hoping that he was going to be in the movie. Yeah, and then it was like in the original, the Monstars, they actually went and took the powers from NBA players. In this one, the NBA players were just the same people, just in a character form. Like Diana Taurasi was legit half girl, half snake.
She was like the white snake.
It's because like she's dubbed the White Mamba.
Exactly.
But it was very weird. I didn't even understand Klay Thompson's character. It was like, I got Anthony Davis was the brown. I got that, which was stupid. But Klay Thompson, his was like wet fire. It was supposed to represent like a splash. I didn't get it. Dame time, like he was a clock.
Oh, that scene was dope. I ain't gonna lie. When he slowed the time down.
Okay,
that scene was dope.
I mean, I will say because this was a bigger budget, it's years later, the effects were way better than the effects in the original. I just prefer, it's the nostalgia. And this is nothing against LeBron. It's just the movie to me it wasn't nothing that I'm going to go back and watch.
Nah.
But I'm not going to say like not watch it. It just...
Nah, I will. I ain't gonna watch that again.
It was okay. It was not like... It's not movie nomination worthy.
Duh.
I'm sorry. But if you haven't watched it, please go watch it. If you have kids, I feel like your kids will love it.
They will.
Yeah.
Kids will watch anything.
Yeah, I'm not saying all of
Nah,
that.
they'll watch whatever they got. Colors, lights.
Yeah, because
action.
it's a lot of that in it. It's a lot of that. It's a
They like
whole
all
lot
that.
of that. And I like how they brought in like Ernie and Lurel.
Oh yeah,
I did like
yeah.
that. It was a little.
Yeah.
Some stuff was just real weird, but hey,
It was just all over the place.
It was
like,
it was a lot, but it went
Too
with
much.
the movie. It went with the movie. So
and then at the beginning of it, like they started like just going through LeBron's whole career timeline. I was like, is this a LeBron movie? Like, what is
well,
this?
that's how the original Space Jam is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so when it starts, it goes through like Michael's timeline, unlike
I
that too.
guess.
So But I get what you're saying because it came across like, okay, now what is this? But in the original, it does go through Michael's timeline as well. Because in the original, when it starts, he's in the backyard and he's talking to his dad, and he's like, "I want to go to North Carolina, play in the NBA." So you see that in the opening credits, it goes through his timeline of going from like North Carolina. So you see all of that. So it matches in that aspect.
All right. Well, there you have it.
There you have it. Space Jam review.
All right, let's get into these NBA finals. Yeah.
Okay, so
if you've been living under a rock,
I hope not.
or it is July, so most people wasn't really watching TV. Ain't really watching TV. You think?
I think most people were watching this.
Right. So, Milwaukee Bucks are now your 2021 NBA champs.
Congratulations to them. They worked for it.
Yeah.
They played hard for this. They played hard for this. And they won in 6 games. It did not reach a game 7. And they won on their home court.
Yes.
Which is major for them.
And also, if you didn't know, Aaron Rodgers is actually a minority. He has a minority stake with the Milwaukee Bucks, so he got him a ring in Milwaukee.
Hey,
not with Green Bay.
He got an NBA ring, not an NFL.
Right, in the same city.
Well,
yeah, but yeah, that's pretty cool. I mean,
they
won their first championship in 50 years. It's their first one in 50 years. Giannis did what he needed to do to close this series out at home.
He did.
Yeah. 50 points. With the Chick-fil-A, got him 50 nuggets. In true fashion.
Hey, he is living on cloud. He is living on cloud high right now.
All Giannis, I'm not even gonna attempt to pronounce the last name.
I'm not.
All the brothers got themselves rings.
Yeah, the one brother got a ring with the Lakers,
right?
And then the 2 got rings with the Bucks.
Yeah, so that's I know their mama is proud.
I know their parents is excited for them.
Yes. Yeah.
Congrats to them.
I'm happy for him. People. I know many people may not care for Giannis's game or whatever.
I've mentioned it.
Yeah, that we all have. Yeah, but
it works for him. It works for him.
He rebounded, defended. He did what he had to do.
Yeah,
I'm just saying.
And for him to be just only 26, he is now a regular MVP, a Finals MVP, and he's also an NBA champion. So his resume speaks volumes just for him to be only 26. Hey, give that man his flowers if you don't want to. If you haven't, just give that man his credit and his acknowledgement because he has earned it. It is well deserved. And shout out to Chris Middleton too because he is pivotal.
People thought he
should
have been the MVP, but I mean, overall, you got to give it to Giannis.
It was going to Giannis.
Period.
It was nothing else. It was no debate about that.
So Giannis did talk about how he did it the hard way, as opposed to all these super teams. Right. I think James Harden took a dig at Giannis like last year or whatever.
James Harden probably salty because PJ took and got a ring before him.
He and Perez getting arrested. So
he is.
Well, Giannis is getting rings.
Listen, Baby Bird is salty because PJ Tucker got a ring before him. Salty.
So Giannis did state that he couldn't leave the Bucks without there's still a job that had to be finished. Mm-hmm. He wasn't gonna leave until the team got them a championship, which I
understand it
because not a lot of players will do that. Stay with one team and stick it out and do it the hard way.
Yeah.
Instead of taking it the easy way, jumping ship to a little caliber team, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, he worked for this. If you look at when he started, when he was drafted for that team and the size that he was, to the size that he is now, and how his game has elevated, I can see how he say that he worked for this. He earned it.
Yeah.
And you can do nothing but acknowledge that and give the flowers when they are due. So James Harden needs to just relax. He needs to relax.
Yeah. So now let's talk about the Suns for a minute. Like, how would you rate the Suns' success during the finals? Like, I feel like just because
I don't
they
give them a bad
lost,
rating.
it wasn't a failure at all. This
Yeah.
whole season for them, to me, wasn't a failure.
Not at all. I feel like towards the end though, they kind of gave up in these last couple of games.
Like, you literally went 2 up and got swept 4 games in a row.
Yeah, I feel like they kind of gave up, or they kind of was like already in their mind, like, oh, this is finna be a easy game. No, so I think they had that mentality, but like overall, I'm not gonna rate their performance anything less than what it should be. They had a phenomenal season, a phenomenal playoff run. They are the Western Conference champions. That is an accomplishment in its own. So I give them all the respect that they are due. And this just means you have to do it again next year. But when you do it again next year, focus and stay steady and consistent until you reach the ultimate goal of the championship, of the Larry O'Brien Trophy. Because I feel
But then next year is gonna be a little tough because teams gonna get a little healthier. You're gonna have your players back. So.
But if you are given the chance to be in this same position again next year, don't fumble the ball. That's all that I'm saying. But I'm not rating their performance anything less than what it should be. They played great basketball throughout the season and these playoffs.
Yeah,
they played great.
But I feel like we always rooting for
Chris
CP3 to get a ring. But was it just because he getting old and we just want him to get a ring?
Possibly.
Like
possibly, but he's also a great player too.
Yeah, he is. But I mean,
and he's been with so many different organizations. Like you just trying to. It's kind of like you want him to get there.
I don't know. He may or may not stay with the Suns. Who knows?
He should, because this has been his best chance. He should. I feel like him and Devin Booker, like that particular squad, it works. It works.
They just got beat by a better team.
Like a Monty Williams as their coach, it works. They just got outplayed. That's the bottom line. It's nothing more to that. They just got outplayed. But like overall, this was a great playoff and finals series. It was great to see, and you always say your new teams.
Yes, fresh teams. Yes.
So now we just
have let's have new rivalries.
Yeah.
You know?
And so now we just looking forward to next year.
Yeah, which will be interesting because I'm ready for. Who knows if Klay Thompson come back? Like I'm ready for the Nets to be healthy
and healthy all season.
Right. I'm ready for Murray to come back. Because I like when he played in the bubble, so I kind of wanted to see how he would play.
Well, listen, the way Kobe going, it might be another bubble.
Wait, what?
I said the way Kobe going, it may be another bubble.
Yeah.
But I like you just saying though, like a few players are gonna be healthy because if Klay comes back healthy,
man, yeah.
Like him and Steph, but because the Warriors this year were not as scrubby as we thought.
They were without Klay.
Without Klay, like they were not as scrubby as we thought. They at least made it to a play-in tournament game.
Just imagine.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this next season gonna be, yeah,
it's gonna be tough.
Good.
I'm looking forward to it. Like basketball, our sport. I'm ready. But like once again, congrats to Giannis and the Bucks. It's well deserved. All
right.
So we mentioned earlier the Tokyo Olympics are underway. Listen, Team USA. Whatever y'all sport is, don't embarrass us.
But NBA.
Men's listen, men's basketball, please don't embarrass
it.
Don't embarrass us. That's all I gotta say. I'm looking forward to it though. I think it's gonna be I hope
it runs. I think it runs through August 8th.
It runs about 2 weeks. Yeah, it's 2 weeks. I'm looking forward to seeing.
Oh yeah, so we'll be giving y'all some Olympic coverage. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, check out Instagram story, all of that, because I'm looking forward to like pretty much all the sports. Like today, I was legit watching rowing. I have no idea like what it is. I mean, I know it's a boat and it's a 4-man team. And then the one I saw with the U.S. A women, they came in last place, and I'm already embarrassed. Hey, because listen, the women's national soccer team, they already lost their first game in their group. And but I feel like there's going to be a wake up call for them, because like this loss, it broke their winning streak. So I think they went into the game. I don't think like they were as prepared as they should have been, and I think they probably thought, oh, this is going to be like an easy game just because we've beaten this team before. You cannot have that mindset. And so I think this is a wake up call for them. This is going to have them to buckle down and come back and play harder as the Olympics continue. So yeah.
Yeah. So what I look forward to is gymnastics, track and field, basketball, of course. Yeah, that's pretty much it. That's all I really look forward to. Oh, swimming or diving. I'm sorry. I look forward to those.
I'm going to watch baseball too.
Even.
And I'm going to watch volleyball. I'm going to watch tennis. Listen, anything that I find is interesting and Team USA is playing, I'm going to watch it. Even if I don't understand it. Like, I be watching equestrian. I could just be like, what the hell is going on? I be watching archery too. Like, what the hell? Okay. But I be watching it because, listen, if you playing it, I be trying to, like, you got the benefit of the doubt. So I be watching just because, like, it's not like a typical sport you see
that's
every
why
day.
You watch it because you normally don't watch those sports.
Yeah,
so, yeah.
I'm gonna watch them all. Just don't embarrass me. Just
you know they will.
Just don't embarrass me. That's all I'm asking. Just don't embarrass us. But yeah, make sure y'all watch that. It's gonna be on Channel 5. You can also watch it if you have Charter. It's different sports to be playing on Channel 5, which is NBC, but also 54. I think that's like MSNBC.
And also if you have Peacock, they will stream it on there too.
Hey.
So yeah,
get you
some options.
We give you options, sir. It's no reason why you should not be watching the Olympics. It's no reason why you should not be watching. Cause I'm gonna watch.
Well, me too.
Because, listen, archery, I'm just trying to figure out what's really happening with this. I will say, so I did catch the opening ceremonies, bits and pieces of it this morning. I'm going to re-watch it tonight when it re-airs. But I saw the ending, and Naomi Osaka, she is representing her home. She is representing her mom's national. I think she has dual citizenship with the U.S. and Japan. Mm-hmm. She's representing Japan.
Right.
She lit the torch, she lit the Olympic circle. So I'm happy to see her. Even through all that she has went through these last couple of months, I'm happy to see her.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say I'm rooting for her because
listen,
she's wrong team.
Listen,
it's wrong team.
Listen, she's still
she wearing the wrong colors. She wearing the wrong colors. This is all jokes, though. This is all jokes,
right.
But she still wearing the wrong colors. So yeah, it's gonna be.
They got a three on three basketball.
Yeah, 3-on-3.
Yeah.
Katie Lou Samuelson was supposed to be a part of the women's team, but she was placed under health and safety protocol, so she is not participating in that.
They really should have just canceled this. I'm just saying, like,
I heard that some people were outside protesting as the countries were walking into the stadium. I get it. Just because like in 6 months from now it's going to be the Winter Olympics.
In Tokyo?
No, it's January 22. I'm not sure where it's at, but the winter ones it's all Olympics are every 4 years.
Right.
So the winter was in 2018. January 2020 is the next 4. So,
yeah. Well, we'll see how this goes.
We will see how this goes. I'm excited though.
Yeah.
I'm excited, especially about gymnastics. Gymnastics will have you on the edge. It will have you on the edge because like you be scared for them. I'd be like, what if you break an ankle? Like you just be real nervous. I'm not even participating. I'd be real nervous for them. But just make sure y'all watch. Great episode.
Yeah. It
wasn't a lot, but the stuff that it was really pivotal. Please make sure you check out our website. The website, it is www.kas.com. Check out the website for all things us. It is links to our episodes on like Apple, Spotify, Google Play, etc. It is also links to the YouTube, and it is also links to merch.
Yeah.
These are, hey, get you a dad hat.
know.
Who doesn't love a dad hat? You know what I'm saying? If you do not, make sure you follow us on the Instagram. The Instagram, it is WDWKAS Podcast.
And our Twitter is What Do Women Know 1, and that's KNO1.
Last but not least, please make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to the YouTube. The YouTube, it is also WDWKAS Podcast. As always, I'm Brenda Cole.
And I'm Vicky D.
We shall see y'all next week. Peace.
You are now
listening to the Best Damn Sports Podcast. Period.